What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a article that I found online talking about James Bond. I did see there were other people on YouTube discussing this. I wanted to kind of throw my hat in the ring. There's really not many other news stories to talk about, and I thought this one was interesting and something that I feel like I could speak on. It's honestly disappointing. It honestly sucks, and it basically is that Bond, this new movie, right, No Time to Die, needs to make at least around $900 million in order for the movie to break even. So that is impossible. Let's just start with the obvious, right? The movie is not going to hit that. And it's sad. It's sad that we're in this situation, but it's like, they do a lot of these things to themselves. There's really no arguing that. I really think it's only going to get kind of worse from here, right? And it really is probably the movie that has made the biggest impact in terms of money talk out of all these. You have Suicide Squad, you have Black Widow, you've had like F9 and Godzilla vs. Kong. Like a lot of these are all different examples, by the way, right? Suicide Squad, well received, people loved it, but it like bombed in terms of like in the box office, in terms of but on HBO Max, I'm sure it crushed it. You know what I mean? Black Widow really didn't do all that well, specifically for a Marvel movie, right? F9 did incredible, actually did pretty darn good. Now, it didn't reach the last several, I think 6, 7, 8 all made more money. I think even Hobbs and Shaw all made more money than F9, and F9 was only in theaters. Again, Godzilla vs. Kong, both, it actually surprised people, right, in the box office. I would even say Mortal Kombat seemed to have surprised kind of people that study the box office numbers in terms of how much it made. So all of these have different examples, but you focus on the money with each of them because they're each their own thing. And obviously, but I think Bond is kind of the encapsulation of all of it, right? This is a movie that cost too much to make, most likely, right? It was delayed too many times. It has only kind of ballooned up in terms of the marketing and just how much money the entire thing has cost now, to where how much they have to make. I mean, I believe the real number is 928. They need to make around, or I guess, well, there is no real, so let's say like 9 to 930 million dollars. They need to make that just to break even. And then anything above that, that's obviously several million. If it makes 950 million, that's 20 million in whoever knows, we don't really know who's pockets, right? That's great, but again, the movie will never get there. They could delay this movie 30 years, and they could delay this movie until there is peace on earth, and just everybody lives in harmony. You go outside and you like sing to your neighbor, and you all hold hands. They could do it when that happens, and they would still not make this money back. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. So it sucks because, and I guess for clarity, or in case you guys care, I don't know if you guys do or not, like I'm not like a hardcore Bond guy. I've really watched like maybe 1 or 2 Bond movies that didn't have Daniel Craig. I mean, I obviously have known people, the actors that have portrayed him in the past, but I have watched all of his. I like a lot of them. Skyfall, I think, is phenomenal. And then yet again, the last one was not very good whatsoever. So this one, I've always actually kept a pretty open mind about this new one. I know there's a lot of people kind of bagging on it of what it could potentially be. I don't doubt that it could suck, but I'm gonna wait to see. I want to see it for myself. I am interested in watching it, but you see those numbers. It really is. It's the summation of all this stuff. You look at all these movies, and they've happened, right? They've come out. Suicide Squad's come out. All these movies have come out, and you can analyze them. But like Bond really isn't I mean, some of these movies probably haven't broken even, and they haven't made their money back, or they haven't made huge surpluses of money, right? But like Bond, I don't know. It's, well, obviously, Daniel Craig's last time. It's been delayed so long, and this really, it's more of like a quieter thing, and I'll explain the entire thing in a second. In terms of like Wonder Woman constantly getting pushed, even like Black Widow, or even I'd say like A Quiet Place Part 2 early on, right? But some of these movies, even like F9, you could say, but some of these movies were pushed so much that to me they just lost all of their luster, where I didn't care whatsoever about their existence. Wonder Woman was kind of like that, where I really wanted to see it. Now I ended up not liking 1984, but I did, I was really pumped for it leading in. But every time it got delayed, I mean, it just became like, I don't care about this film anymore. It's annoying me. I just don't, like, if it comes out, great, but I really have lost any anticipation I have. Black Widow was pretty close to the same thing. F9 wasn't, but that's just because I adore the Fast and Furious franchise. This movie is kind of in a weird spot because it's like I don't really think of it often at all. I don't think of it the way I thought about Wonder Woman or even Black Widow or even, Fast and Furious. And it's kind of like there. But I would say this is a good example of another movie that's just been delayed too many times where I don't think anybody actually, I am kidding. I'm sure there are people that care. And I'm not saying you're like lesser people, but the line would be, I don't think anybody cares about this movie. I really think like a lot of the hype or anticipation, if there ever was any for a film like this, is completely gone. I mean, how can it really still be around after all the stuff that's going on? And then, them trying to sell it off, they're like, please buy our movie, put it on like a streaming service, and people are like, okay, like we'll line up. What's the starting bid? And they're like, well, let's just try $1 billion. Like, can you give us a bit? And now we know, I mean, look, we know why now. You know what I mean? If they need 930, let's say, to break even, and they're like auctioning it off, right, to like Amazon to put on like Amazon Prime, whatever video, and they're asking for $1 billion, like, I would laugh. I'd personally laugh and hang up the phone on them. If they say, oh, well, we'll do it for $1 billion, I'd say, thank you, have a nice day, and bye. You know what I mean? But I can understand why, because they're saying, okay, I mean, not all that money is going in their pockets. They're going to make like $70 million, which is a lot of money. $70 million. I don't know who that's divvied up across, right? But that's still a lot of money. But they're only making $70 million. And that's if they sell it for $1 billion. So what I'm saying is now all of that behind the scenes drama stuff that happened for like the past 6 months, it makes sense. It makes sense why they were auctioning it for such a high price, because they need the money back. Because if this movie comes out, now I don't even know if it will. You know what I mean? It's supposed to come out, in November. I don't think any movie is going to come out in November because, we've talked about it, before. We'll see. But even if this movie comes out on a good day, on a good week, on a good month, and it makes, I don't even know how much, I really feel like this movie won't make more than like 450 million. And that's like the best case scenario. That's if things are completely fine and people have choices and they're allowed to go to movie theaters and stuff. If that happens, I don't even see the film hitting 500. So they're going to lose $400 million, most likely, okay? Which is a lot of money. And, let me just make it clear, though. I don't care. I don't care about these studios. I don't care about these people. I do want to make that known. I mean, that's a lot of money lost. A lot of it, they did it to themselves. A lot of it also was out of their control, which I understand. I mean, I'm not going to cry over millionaire executives and the Hollywood elite losing money. I will never cry over that, and I just want to make that, clear to everybody watching from home. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. We're pushing for 4,000. We're doing really good. We need you guys' help, though, so spread the video out, share it, all that good stuff. I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.